and I'm very glad, very honored to have There Might Be Giants in the studio.
Well, it's great to be here, Marcel.
Gee, you sound very American. They always say that. That's great to be here. You don't even know me.
Howdy.
Howdy. Do you want to have Beethoven? I can put on your own CD, because they are having a new CD out, which is, again, very good. 19 tracks. It's called Flood.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's, again, it made me laugh a million times. What I was thinking of was a lot of funny people are supposed to have very sad souls. Mm-hmm. Do you have that?
No, we're sad people with very funny souls.
But there is some. It's always you twitch things around. It's love, but it's not only love. It's also hate at the same time, and it's not silly, but it's also serious at the same time.
Right.
So it's not never one emotion at the time.
Right. Right. Well, we're from New York, so we're kind of used to things happening at the same time. So.
But not many people do that. I mean, most people write about one thing.
Right.
Woke up one morning and
I think you're lucky if they're writing even about one thing. Most seem like they're writing about nothing.
Who can you compare yourself with in the States?
One another, as well as ourselves. I don't know. That's a really tough question. And an embarrassing one, Marcel.
No, I mean...
You don't want to embarrass anybody in the States.
Yeah, we don't want to drag anybody down with us.
But there must be some, I say, some legacy there. I mean, Frank Zappa was also very weird at this period with lyrics and all that. Do you have any legacy to him?
Well, he's the West Coast, and we're the East Coast, so, you know. So there's this very bitter rivalry.
And he's sexist, and we're not sexist.
Is he sexist?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. And we're sexy.
Yeah, that's true. Where is the other legacy? He had a brilliant cover on Flood, which is Constantinople.
Oh, right. That's from the Four Lads, which is a group from the 50s that are definitely worth checking out. But they're sort of a pre-rock era kind of a thing. So it doesn't have that heavy metal beat that people insist on these days. Yeah.
Before we're going to wide cut, it's going to go quick. They always go like this. I've been pronouncing this title wrongly for the last 2 years, I've just been told. It's not Anna Ng, as I always said, but it's Anna Ng.
Yep.
Ng. Here it is. Can we see it, please? Yeah, that's from the previous album, Lincoln. This one is called Flood, but with, again, a very nice sleeve. Maybe we can see the sleeve of Flood again. Was the title there before the sleeve, or did you find the very nice picture after you had the title?
The title came first.
Yeah, it was actually, it was hell finding the sleeve, actually.
Next time, I think we're going to come up with a sleeve first and try to have a title.
Yeah, we had all these people searching for this cover. It's actually a photograph by Margaret Bourke-White, who you might have seen the Farrah Fawcett made-for-TV movie about her, but she was a good photographer in spite of the horrible...
Where is this flood?
TV movie. This was a Kentucky flood. It happened in the 30s. I don't know if people on TV land can see that, but it's a nice photograph. The people are actually in handmade boats, which was the part that we liked.
Yeah, the one on the steel drums. So-called steel drums.
Yeah. Oh, I see. It's on TV now.
Are there any teams that you cannot write about because you seem to be writing about anything? Doorknobs, hard feelings, broken hearts, staplers. And are there any teams that you really don't feel writing about at all?
Well, we have a hard time writing songs that go tonight or into the night.
We can't
with the arm.
Yeah, sort of the beer commercial kind of a night thing is kind of eluding us, but we're practicing it. So
you mean like every rock band from the States does?
Yeah, you know, get the kind of the big.
That's the thing is we can't seem to get it together to be like a normal rock band from the States and have songs that go night.
They also seem to have always the same saxophone and guitar solo on every record.
Right.
We think there's one guy sitting probably in Kentucky doing plugged in like via satellite to play solos on every rock album in the States. Is that so?
Yeah, we keep calling him and he's booked up. He can't work.
He's very busy.
Right.
Questions, my God.
Next question, Marcel?
Yes. Economics and politics.
You bet.
Yeah, I bet. Good. Someone keeps moving my chair. And minimal wage. Are these political or social songs?
Well, yes and no. Minimum wage, yes. Someone keeps moving my chair, no.
It's quite a heavy social statement, though, with this businessman, Mr. Horrible, who has to do with all this ugliness all the time.
Yeah, that's more of a personal discomfort song. Minimum wage is more like our job experience.
Yeah. Do you like MTV in the States? Because the video we're going to see now broke you in the States, as biographies said, because
and
MTV
that's why
played
we're broke today.
I guess the answer has to be yes, then. We do like MTV in the States.
But it has all these rock songs with the same guitar solo and saxophone solo all the time. Okay, but I also sometimes see this one. Very good one from There Might Be Giants from 2 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
start.
They Might Be Giants again, the first video I ever saw, and I was immediately a fan. Gee, there's a lot of back scratching in this program. Sorry about that. There's a violin player.
We love you, Marcel.
Good.
The first
Thanks.
video you ever saw.
Yeah. Of you.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. There's a violin player on the album who does very nice parts, Mark Feldman, and he plays with Jerry Lee Lewis and Jimmy Swaggart.
Yep.
Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does he play with Jimmy Swaggart?
You know, he just did sessions. Jimmy Swaggart actually made records before, you know, kind of religious, you know, like, oh Lord, kind of records. And he backed them up on those records, yeah. Although Mark Feldman is in this band Arcado, which is a sort of a jazz, improvisational jazz thing. He's a total virtuoso. Really amazing violinist.
It's always an obvious question for European people to ask intelligent Americans. How is your view on all these religious stations? And the whole thing we hear about it here is always when there is a scandal going on. We think this is an amazing thing that's happening over there.
It's a scandal that they're on the air at all, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean...
Is it really as outrageous as we think it is?
Well, it's basically just people saying, send me your money. And, yeah, that's
for no reason whatsoever?
Yeah, because they're asking.
Did you write a lot of songs on with religion in your mind?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you know, maybe the sort of humor value of that type of thing, but we didn't really have religious upbringings. Yeah. Basically, New England, you know, Unitarian style people.
Yeah, free-range religion.
Yeah. Well, you have, we're talking about legacies of American music and Constantinople on the record, which is a great cover. There must be a lot of other music in the States, not only musical music, but also country and western old blues, which must have been very important to you to make the music that you do now. What is that music that you like from far beyond?
Well, I guess you get exposed to a lot of different kinds of music just in the culture. You know, there's country western songs have this sort of official family entertainment stamp of approval that make it kind of, it's omnipresent in the culture. You know, it's everywhere. So even if you don't like it, it's there. But actually, I grew up with a lot of folk music. So my parents were kind of hippie, folky kind of when they're young. Yeah, right.
They were folks, right?
What are you going to play later on? Because they're going to perform in the studio.
We'll do Constantinople.
You're going to do Constantinople?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Live yodeling on MTV.
Good. I'll bring my ties. Let's see another video. This is They'll Need a Crane. Is the video ready? I think so. Here it is. They Might Be Giants again. They'll Need a Crane. Later on, live in the studio, They Might Be Giants. They're still live in the studio, I mean playing live the guitar. We're trying to phone the dial song number in Brooklyn. Do you know what's on the tape? Did you put something on it?
No. No, a friend of mine comes into my house and changes it, so...
You just give him tapes and then they put it on?
Yeah.
When you started that, you were in a bit of a mess. I mean, you started to have...
Excuse me?
Yeah,
you mean as opposed to now?
Yeah. Well, it says here, like, you got expelled from your flat, a lot of gear got stolen, you broke your wrist, and then you started this dial song.
Yeah, we knew we weren't going to be able to do shows for a few months because we lost all our stage equipment. It was all sort of robbed, and we knew we just didn't have the resources to do anything. And this seemed the only thing they left was the 4-track tape recorder, which actually would have been the hardest thing to replace. And so it seemed like the perfect time to start our dial-a-song service, which is just a number that you call and you get a phone machine with a cassette playing one of our songs on it.
Are we getting through? They go like...
Hello?
Yeah, there's a song on.
All right.
I know it, but the titles, you have so many songs, I can't keep the titles apart.
It's called Women and Men.
Ah, yeah.
And it's featured on our new album.
Yeah. So there you go. Did you start this, does this make a profit? I mean, is this, you get paid?
We get so much money from this. No, it's just a phone call. It's a regular phone machine, so we get no money from it. But we don't really pay any money either, so it's very...
It costs about $30 a month to us.
To round off this first part, okay, thank you very much. Bye, Brooklyn. It's a good line, though. To round off the first part, some out of the blue questions. What was your happiest day in your life?
That's got to be today, being here.
Great.
That's an evasive answer.
Because you know it's a lie.
Yeah, okay. And what would you want to have on your tombstone?
Howdy.
You know, a small tombstone in a pet cemetery.
Yeah, right.
Howdy.
Right, just one word.
And you?
The same, Marcel. Don't ask me that. I don't know.
Okay. Constantinople, you hear in the back.